Alright, welcome back to Mukzang. I'm gonna have to start batching these now too. So my idea, for the channel now, going into the new year, I'm gonna do 2 more videos. There's gonna be one video, it's gonna be the beer list, like the 2025 beer list, because I want those to be like an annual thing. And then I want to do a New Year's video, TSO 25, like the recap type of deal. And that one would come out the second, literally that Friday after New Year's. I don't know if either of these is going to happen, but we'll see. Today, behind you, I have Wolf of Wall Street playing. And the food for this one is actually crumble. It's leftover. I got some yesterday. So we're just going to eat that and then whatever else. And I'm actually going to turn these mukzangs, the solo ones with just me, I'm going to turn them into a story time. So for this episode, we've got a new turn pod. I'm going to rip that and then get into the story. Ooh. Oh my God. Ugh. My God, guys. If you haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street, watch it, but it is a very inappropriate movie. Anyway, so today's story is going to be the story of our first Las Vegas trip. So if you go on YouTube to my channel and you see a video titled Vegas, that's this story. I'm going to tell you the behind the scenes of that. So our first trip to Vegas, it was Gerardo's birthday. And I was working at a clinic. So I had the opening shift that morning. And I woke up at 5 in the morning, had to be there at 6. I got off at 3 in the afternoon. Gerardo wanted to drive that night to Las Vegas. We live in Arizona, very southern Arizona, almost near the border. So it's about a 9-hour drive from where we were. We were supposed to drive that night to Las Vegas. Now, the 2 drivers in our main friend group, when I refer to our main friend group for future reference, I am referring to me, Diego, Brett, Gerardo, Luis, and John, and Angel. That is who I am referring to. Now, I am faded as fuck. Now, the way this unfolded was, in the main friend group, there are 2 drivers, me and Brett. That's about it. We drive pretty much everywhere. If it's a few minutes, if it's drunk driving, don't do that. If it's DUI at all, don't do it. But if it is allegedly, if in a hypothetical universe, if we were to drive under the influence, if any of us was gonna drive, it'd probably be me or Brett. But most likely it's gonna be Brett. Because honestly, although we can both drive, he's the driver. We all know it. And I kind of enjoy looking out and not driving when I don't have to. So anyway, now that you understand, the main drivers are me and Brett. We were going to drive that night, the 9-hour drive to Vegas. Now, at the time, Brett was dating this toxic girl that he was with. Now, from the start, we had all kind of said, oh, she's okay. But we said she kind of seems like a red flag, just off of what he would tell us. But, you know, we're his boys. We got to support him. If you like her, we like her. Either way, just so you know where all of our heads were at, we had all pretty much said, she kind of sounds like not good news. Or at least I had said that. So, anyway, he was going to Vegas with her. He was bringing her on the boys' trip. Now, Gerardo's birthday was that next day. So we were going, and it was a Friday. We were going to be in Vegas for the entire weekend. We were going to drive back Sunday or Monday. It was like a 3-day weekend. I don't remember. We were going to spend the weekend in Vegas. Now, if you're going to spend the weekend in Vegas with your boys, would you bring your girlfriend? Probably not, right? Not Brett. He decided he was going to bring his, and then we get a hotel room. Actually, Gerardo gets a hotel room with his money, and Brett proceeds to take one of the beds in the room for him and his girl. So now there's hold on, I'm going to count. Seven of us in the room. One bed is for Gerardo. He paid for the room. That's his. And one bed is for Brett and his girlfriend. So, we all arrived. Now, mind you, this is how we left. I woke up at 5 in the morning. I'm going to bounce around here, I can tell. I'm sorry. I woke up at 5 in the morning to make it to work that day at 6. I get off of work at 3. I go home. I pack my shit. We debate at Brett's house from 6 to about 8 or 9, debating whether or not we drive that night or tomorrow morning. We had all kind of landed on the fact that we would drive that night, or on the fact that we would drive the next morning. Gerardo complained and said that he wanted to be in Vegas on his birthday, so we would have to leave that night. I've been awake since 5 in the morning. I then drive a car, a 2000, I can't remember, Dodge Stratus. Now, if you don't know what a Dodge Stratus is, it's a very small car, and you can Google it. It's called a Dodge Stratus. Just look at the car. And it was me, Kian, who's all of 6'2", Diego, who's all of 6'4", Luis, and Gerardo. Me, Luis, and Gerardo are all about 5'7", 5'8", packed into the car. That's fucked. 5 of us crammed. We're in the Dodge Stratus. We've got to drive 9 hours to Vegas. By the time we arrive in Vegas, it's 3 a.m. This entire drive, we've been pissed because Brett got his own car with his girlfriend. He drove his girlfriend's car. The two of them, none of us could ride in that car to make room. Nope. So we just tank it. The neighbors. Anyway, so we all pack in the car, we go. So here's how it goes. We get to Vegas. It's 3 a.m. We sit there trying to fall asleep for like 2 hours. It's now 5 a.m. It's now 5 a.m. I've been awake for 24 hours. Okay? I fall asleep. We go to bed. We go to bed in the car. I'm not joking. I'm in the driver's seat. I fell asleep like this. That's literally how I slept all night. Kian is in the passenger seat, and he's sitting in his chair with his legs across the dashboard all the way on my side, trying to fall asleep. Diego's in the back like this, with his knees like to the side. Luis is in the middle like this, and Gerardo's on the side like that. We all fall asleep. Gerardo actually had tried to make room for everybody and sleep on the floor outside the car. And a security guard caught him and told him to come back in. That was pretty funny. So anyway, that is delicious. Anyway, there we are. We wake up. I wake up the next morning at 7. I've slept 2 hours. I had to get up because I had a massive poop to drop because I've been chugging caffeine all night trying to make the road trip. I drop an absolute nuke in the casino/hotel we were staying in. We check in that morning. Me and Kian walk to buy a case of waters. And then we get back to the car and all of us drive to Chick-fil-A, eat a little bit of breakfast, check in. Now we're here. We can finally chill, shower, get our shit together. We're there. Now we don't know what to do. We realized we didn't really think it out at all. So we don't know what to do, so we just go to the mall near us on the strip, and it was like a 6-mile walk or some bullshit to the damn mall. So we walked it wasn't a 6-mile walk. It might have been a 6-mile walk. I think it was a 6-mile walk there because we couldn't pay for gas and we didn't want to drive. So it was a 6-mile walk. We get there. We walk around the mall for like an hour. Somewhere else for like another hour, maybe 2. It was insane. So anyway, we pretty much lollygag and bullshit and record. You can watch the video. Let me tell you guys something though. Everything you eat in Vegas is like the greatest shit ever. It's the greatest goddamn meal you'll ever have in your life. Every bit of food there, amazing. Every bit of like entertainment is the best. The buildings, it's like stimulation max. Everything there, it's insane. And now they have the sphere, like, dude. So anyway, we're there, and we're all kind of weirded out because Brett doesn't talk to any of us. It's completely unlike Brett, but he's not talking to any of us. He's been with his girlfriend the whole time. Now, this is when I was back. This is back when I really didn't smoke anything ever. So I had smoked weed maybe twice ever in my life. When I was like 17, 18, and I never touched it again. I was now 19 going to this trip. We're there, everyone's high, stress levels. The whole first day was goddamn in shambles. We were so exhausted. We'd only slept like the 2 hours, and then I was up for 24 hours just to sleep 2 hours. And I was pissed off. All of us were irritable. We were hungry. We were walking miles. It was bad. Okay, the vibes were shot. So we're bullshitting. We're lollygagging about. And there's this Asian dude. He's walking on the strip. He's walking on the sidewalk here. And Diego is out of weed. He's just been scammed. I'll get to that. He is out of weed. Kian is out of weed. We're all fucking bummed. None of us have drank anything. We all had these shooters, I think. But none of us have drank anything. We're just walking along the strip. There's this Asian dude walking and he's got this joint. Now this shit is fucking, you can smell that shit. Diego goes, "Yo, sir, can I hit that?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he hands Diego the joint. Diego takes the joint and he's like, "Oh shit, that's pretty good." Hands it to Kian. Kian goes, "Yo, sir, can I hit that?" He's like, "Yeah." Kian goes. And then they take a couple hits, they pass it back to the dude, whatever, the Asian dude's hitting it. I don't know why, but the vibes are so shot. I'm just fucking so bummed and everything. That I go, "Yo, sir, can I hit that?" And Ken and Diego's face, they were like this. Because I never really smoked anything. And Diego goes, "Whoa." I hit that. Instantly start coughing my ass off, dude. Because I went, like Ken was like, just, and I went, but I pulled a good amount out of it. And I just go, whoa, I start coughing. I cough for like fucking 15 seconds straight, just. Kian goes, "Oh fuck." And I go, I'm like spitting up, I'm coughing so much, and Kian goes, "Are you high?" And I go, "I don't know." And I look up at him and he goes, "Oh shit, dude." He's fucking faded. He looks at Diego. Diego looks at me. He goes, "Oh, fuck." And I start laughing my ass off. I was like, whoa, oh, shit. So I'm high as fuck. And they want to go, everyone wants to go to the M&M store. So we're in the M&M store, or we're walking to it, and I go, I can't move. I start feeling couch potato immobile. This shit was loud as fuck. This was that bluegrass. Fucking gone. I'm cooked. I'm done. I'm dead. I go, I can't walk. Diego's like, "You gotta walk." I'm like, I can't walk. So I muster up the strength and courage to walk. But I can't. I got to the front of the store. I see the yellow M&M or something. And I was like, fuck. And I sat down and I'm like this. outside the store. The wall behind me is glass. I can't go in the store. I'm tweaking. I'm like, oh my fuck, I'm so high and I'm so scared because I'm on the strip in Vegas randomly. It's packed as fuck. And I just look like a tweaker crackhead in the corner, just, oh. And Diego goes, oh fuck. And Diego and me adopt this no man left behind mentality. So if we're all traveling as a group, there's no man left behind. So I hang back. Everyone else who's a fake ass bitch walks in the store. And Diego and me sit out there and he's like, come on. He's trying to get me to come on. I can't. And then he starts recording a bit for my video. And he starts going, hello. And he talks to random people. He props up the phone on the wall. And he goes to a random couple on the strip and he goes, my friend here, my friend here just smoked way more weed than he's used to. He doesn't really smoke ever. So he's really high right now. Any tips? And they go, oh, and they look at me and I'm like, I look scared. I look up at them with the most scared little kid face. Like I was like, and, and they go, oh, and she goes, drink water. And he goes, eat food. Eat a lot of food. Eat some snacks. Get some food in your system. You'll feel a whole lot better. Other than that, ride it out, man. And they go, they walk off. I laugh and they like walk off and Diego's like laughing. He goes, you hear that, dude? I felt a little bit more hype, a little bit more normal. So we walk into the store and Diego says, I'm like, I can't really walk, dude. Like my body feels like fucking, and Diego's like someone's pulling it, like you're dragging it or something, like your body's on autopilot. I was like, yes, bro, I feel like a puppet. So then he offers to piggyback me. And he literally, guys, no joke, this guy's a fucking trooper. He backpacks me, piggyback ride, fucking 3 stories of this damn store. Escalator rides up, walks the whole floor carrying me. Escalator ride up, walks the whole floor carrying me. Escalator ride out. Dude, all 3 stories. We come back down on the giant escalator, I think it is, or something, and we're checking out. I start making high buys. I buy a Reese's sweater. I go, Diego, grab that. And then there's like a mug, a red M&M mug, and I go, Diego, buy that. And I start pointing out shit for him to buy. And he's like, oh, fuck, okay, Luis, can you grab that? Luis, can you grab that? Because we ran into Luis in the middle of the store. So anyway, we're at the checkout counter, and he needs my card, and he puts me down, and I'm like, and the lady's like, are you okay? And I'm like, and she starts laughing, and she's like, I just need your items. I put them on the counter. Dude, it was so fucking funny and pretty messed up. So anyway, I do all that. I'm just walking around. We check out and we're leaving. Let me check time. Anyway, we leave and we go back to lollygagging. My high kind of wore off after we completely left the store. But anyway, that was an adventure and a half. Now, I said before that Diego got scammed. So basically, if you didn't know, fair warning if you've never been to Vegas. On the strip in Vegas, there are these performers. Kind of like you see in movies in like LA or something. They have them too. A lot of cities anyway. So anyway, there's these performers. Some of the ones in Vegas will offer to take photos with you in exchange for money. they're dressed up as characters, or there's like these girls in bikinis with like big feathers or wings on. You've probably seen them in like movies and stuff. Those girls got Diego. Or I should say, I got Diego. So what happened was, we're walking on the strip, and these girls, they're in bikinis with like fishnets on or whatever. And their decorations, they were big marijuana leaves. And they're asking if we want pictures. I'm like, no. We all pretty much say no. And then Luisa Gerardo tells Diego he should. They're weed leaves. He loves weed. He's Chief Doggo. Or Diego, you should. I start laughing because they're weed leaves, and I tell him, you're literally Chief Doggo. You're literally Chief Doggo. Like, you have to. You have to, bro. I'm peer pressuring him. He stops. He takes the photos with the girls. Granted, they were kind of fire. And then after the fact, the girls go, those will be like $80 a picture or some bullshit number. And I was like, what the fuck? So then Diego, and they're holding, I think, or they're like basically making him feel like he can't leave. I hear the total, I instantly turn around, I start walking. I think everyone's gonna come with me and follow suit, and we're all just gonna dip, because what the fuck did she just say? No one was on that same page. In fact, they get mad at me for just trying to leave. So I come back, I hear them talking about it. I'm basically saying he has to pay. So we're all like, oh fuck. We fucked up, you know. Anyway. Basically, Diego paid for the tickets. Or for the photos. It was the fucking ridiculous price they gave. Later, in the hotel room, we saw a video about things to know about Vegas before you go. And in the YouTube video, the lady says, she says there are street performers who will take pictures with you. Do tip them. They are still putting effort into making money, and this is how they make their money. But don't tip them whatever you feel comfortable tipping. Don't give them, because some of them will ask for around $150 per photo. And she said some of them will be pushy and pressure you and make you feel like you have to pay. So we found out later on it was kind of a scam, and we actually saw someone getting pressed by like the dudes they were with. I guess it's a pretty common thing they run. So, anyway, that's that story. So Diego's pretty fucking bummed the rest of the trip because he got totally scammed on the first day. Mind you, this was the day we all got like 1 or 2 hours of sleep. He was fucking not cool. I offered to pay for their food and stuff the rest of the trip. Because I guess him and Kian we're supposed to be like sharing that money, and they spent it on the photos. So then I offered to pay for me, Kian, and Diego the whole rest of the weekend, and we did, and we had as much of a good time as we could. So now we'll get into the 3 reasons this will go down as the worst trip the boys have ever taken together. Sorry, I was watching Wolf of Wall Street. So the 3 reasons this will go down as the worst trip the boys have ever taken is first reason, we were all underage. I think Diego or Brett were the only ones that were 21 at the time. But we were too young. We couldn't get in anywhere, which meant there were no moves. There was nothing to do. We were in Vegas with like no purpose. So we're roaming around bullshitting without actual moves. That was the first reason. Second reason, 2 separate altercations that I and Kian both had with Brett's toxic ex. Here we go. First one, Kian. I guess Kian, when he was faded as fuck off the bluegrass, and then later Brett's pen or his pen or someone else's pen that he found or picked up, or one that someone gave him. I don't remember. I just know there was a pen involved, and the weed we got from the Asian dude. Kian was noticeably kind of fucked up when he came back and told us this story, or when he was talking about it. Anyway, he was fucked up. He was high. He's standing there with his shades on like this in front of Brett's girlfriend, just like, you know, high as fuck, immobilized. His girlfriend is standing in front of him and then accuses Kian of looking down her shirt in front of her. She's accusing her boyfriend's younger brother of creeping on her. Now, I guess she didn't handle this very cool. She just looked at him and instantly was like, "Are you fucking looking down my shirt?" Rude. Whoa. Highly accusatory. Let's calm down. But I guess that's how she did it. I don't know. I may be paraphrasing. We can get Kian on here as a guest for you guys to tell the real. So then Kian's like, "That's fucking gross. You're literally my brother's girlfriend. Like, that's fucking weird of you. You're creepy as fuck for that." And he's like, "No, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? Whatever." And I guess from that point on, he was just kind of pissed at her. And I guess it was like super aggressive the way she did shit and all that. Anyway, so that was the first one. Now mine. You guys know Dave's Hot Chicken? The fried chicken and spicy fried chicken food chain. Me and the boys stumbled upon one of the, I think, first locations, I don't know. But when Kane's was like, or when Dave's was like first being a thing, like before Drake even bought a piece, we found one in Vegas. And we eat there and we're like, oh my God, this is delicious, you know. Anyway, so it was delicious as fuck. Truly one of the most wonderful meals. But this was also one of the only times we had seen Brett. Him and his girlfriend were here. Anyway, sorry. So we're the whole trip I've been making these jokes about Brett busting nuts, or Brett and his girlfriend busting nuts. I don't know why. The joke wasn't good. I just kept saying it. I don't know why. It would make the situation awkward. And I just, for some reason, got like a little hit of dopamine every time everything got hella awkward when I would say that. So I kept talking about how Brett and his girl are busting nuts, or they were too busy busting nuts, or they're always busting nuts, or what are they doing? They're busting nuts. Things like that. So anyway, we finished eating. And they asked Brett and his girlfriend like what they'd been doing on the trip, because we had all kind of broke off. And I cut in and I'm like, they've just been busting nuts. Like I said, bad joke. So I say that and she just goes, can you stop making those jokes, please? Loud enough for the whole table to hear. And then I go, yeah. And then it's just awkward as fuck. Like so quiet. And everyone at the table feels weird as fuck. So that's over with. And then we kind of like move on and try to like keep the conversation going. And right after that, we go to, or we're all picking up our trash. It's over with. We might go back to the room and drink. They want to go to a strip club, but I have a girlfriend and Keen has a girlfriend at the time. We can't go to that club. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. We're cleaning up our trash, and Brett and his girl leave trash on the table. When someone said something like, yo, you left your trash, and she goes, oh, it's okay, Anthony can clean it. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but does that not seem insane? So she told me to throw it away, or told everyone that it's okay because I could throw it away. Now, guys, do you have any boys with like a girlfriend? If their girlfriend said that, what would you and all your boys do? So anyway, I just take that one on the chin. Everyone hears it and they go, oh. Vibe murked again. So anyway, now that's over with. Me, Diego, and Kian stayed in the hotel room. And drank a little bit. And then Luis and Gerardo went to a strip club. And Brett and his girl went somewhere. And then came back to the room later also. And that is how that Vegas trip ended. Next morning we all got up, went to the gas station, got ready and left. And drove all the way 9 hours back here. And I had work the next day. Not a very fun weekend. Let's see our time. Ooh. Ooh-wee. We're at 44 minutes. There's still 15 minutes left of this. And I can't eat anymore because there's so much. It's cookies. It's so sweet. And I'm faded. And I'd turn on Wolf of Wall Street, but I feel like that would be a copyright thing of some sort. I got caught watching Wolf of Wall Street. It's a good movie. You guys should watch it. I'm getting these texts. Fuck. I gotta start training for a job tomorrow. Guys, I'm faded. We've still got 8 minutes. Ugh. My God, dude. I can't stop watching the movie. A lot less time is passing than what my head feels like is passing. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Alright, guys. I believe that's that. I gotta find a better way to storytell. Anyway, I'm gonna keep shooting these, so I'll get better. And that's it for the episode. Tune in next time, next Saturday.